Hey Zoom family, I'm here in Houston today with ZJ Eric Gutierrez, who is from San Angelo. But before I could have you learn a bit more about him, I gotta tell you something about him from the past. So a couple of years ago, I went to San Angelo to help promote a fitness event, and I was doing a different format. But Eric and his people at his studio at Jubilee Fitness in San Angelo were all presenting Zumba, and they were all amazing. Usually when I go to somebody the first time, I can't follow what they're doing to save my life. It takes me a while to process their information. But everybody in his studio, I could just follow amazingly. His cueing is impeccable. So when I heard he was becoming a jammer, I was like, well, duh, why wouldn't he? Because he's that amazing. So that tells you something about him, but let's learn some more. So when did you officially get your Zumba license to become a Zumba member?
I became a Zumba instructor with my Zen in 2010. I actually got it with Becca in San Antonio.
Wow.
So it was like my birthday. I just turned 16 on March 2nd. And then on March 6th, I actually was trained for Zumba.
That's way cool. And when did you become a jammer?
I became a jammer recently within this past year. I officially signed off as a regular jammer in May, and then I got my choreo license in December. Is when I hosted my first jam session.
So what made you want to take the next step in your career and become an extra jammer?
I've always been able to choreograph music and just learning from other instructors and jammers. I felt like that's what I wanted to do. It's something I have a passion for. So when jamming, I'm never like, oh, I have a jam session. I'm always like, okay, let's go. We got this. Let's do this. Right. So I enjoy it so much. Like it's just something I love doing.
Right. So what do you think changed in you as an instructor when you became a jammer? How do you think you're different now?
I used to be a big performer. So I always used to be like, yeah, what's up? And now I'm more, let's teach you first, right, and then expand to where we can go all crazy, have fun. So it's really helped me a lot to make a difference between my teaching and my performing side.
Which reinforces pro skills training to pro skills.
Yes.
Very, very critical to you. What makes you choose songs for your sessions?
So I would never do a song to where I'm like, it's okay. Right. Like I want it to make me feel some way. So even if it just makes me happy, sad, angry, like I want it to where I can put my emotion into my choreography, which helps me present it better.
Right.
Instead of doing songs, like I can tell when I personally don't like a song, and I can tell the difference when I teach it and then when I'm teaching the actual song that I enjoy doing.
Oh yeah.
So that's something that I'm very big on. So like all my jam sessions, all my songs, I will do my classes for 4 or 5 months and not get tired of them.
Yeah.
So it's something I enjoy choreographing songs that I love.
Yeah, that's great. You don't get tired after 4 or 5 months, because I know after a month I start getting tired of something I have to remember. I've only taught this class 1 time a week, so they're not tired of it. I keep going. So whenever you hear music you like, do you immediately start your choreography in your head, or do you like go, I really like this, and come back and sit and think about it?
So I'm both. I can actually listen to a song, choreograph it, implement it into my class the next day.
Right.
Or I'll actually have to print out lyrics, read through my lyric, or not read them, but like follow along in the song, and actually listen to what my mind and like my emotions are telling me to do.
Yeah.
So I can actually choreograph it to it be what I want it to be, not what it should. Like, my choreography is always something I enjoy doing.
Right.
To where it's easy enough for Zen members to do it as well.
Right.
So that's something, like I said, I enjoy putting passion into my songs.
Right.
So that's something I've never picked a song I'm like, like I've never done it. My songs are always like, yeah, this song, I love this song. And to me, it makes a big difference, especially according to Zen, like especially to Zen members.
Right.
Just because they can tell, like when you're like, I somewhat like this song.
Right.
But when you're like gung ho for it, like your energy is through the roof 24/7 with that song. So it's something I've always done.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's hard sometimes too, because you have to do mega mix songs, so sometimes you get some you get great ones where you're like, I love everything on here, you get some you're like, it's okay, it has to kind of grow on you a little bit.
Yeah,
eventually it does.
Yeah, that's one thing. I'm always like, I used to be someone who never listened to mega mix.
Yeah.
Never. Once I started trying out for my jammer process, I was like yes, I'll listen to mega mix. And I've never, like I don't regret it, like Zumba comes out with amazing music, and I love it.
Great stuff. Like what we did today on Bongo on the newest Mega Mix it's so much fun.
Yeah, I love it. And it's so easy, like it's simple.
Yeah.
So I love it. It was fun to choreograph. Like that was one song, like I was like, it's really not my style. And then once I started putting my moves into it, I was like, I made this song. Like, this song is mine now.
It's high energy song. It's great.
Love it.
So, some jammers are known for always including a certain type of genre in their class, in their sessions. So you were a reggaeton jammer, so I know you gravitated towards that. But is there anything else that people can expect to get in your sessions?
I do a lot of belly dancing. I love belly dancing. I've actually learned my belly dancing through Zumba. So I've done the auxiliary belly dancing songs. I've done the belly dance sessions at convention. So that's why I learned it. And I actually love incorporating it into my classes.
Yeah.
So I've actually, my first song I choreographed with belly dancing was today.
Yeah.
Was for my session today. And so I loved it. And I was like, I like this song. Like, I can see myself adding it a lot more in my jam sessions just because it slowly starts becoming a second nature for me.
Right.
Like reggaeton, like give me a good reggaeton, I can choreograph it instantly. Belly dancing, I start to think about it, but I know what I want.
Yeah.
To want it to look like. So it just takes that time.
Yeah. It's one of those rhythms that's very unassuming. You know, it's not a jack your heart rate up, but you're doing a lot of serious work.
Yes.
And it takes a lot of control to get it.
Yes.
So it's a great rhythm to explore with because there's a lot to it. People think it's coming down, but you're still working hard.
Me too.
Me too. Me too. It's definitely worth it. Is there a style or genre that you like that you haven't played with yet that you'd really like to get into more?
Calypso.
Oh yeah.
I actually
Such a happy rhythm.
Yeah. I haven't taken B2, the new training. So that's like my next one I want to retake is B2.
Right.
Just because I love Calypso, like it just, like you said, it makes you happy. It makes you just smile, think about being in the sun, like having fun.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I want to start incorporating as we make it to B2 with it.
Yeah, definitely. What would you tell a Zen member who's never been to a jam session why they should come to one?
If you're a Zen member who hasn't attended a jam session, if you want to grow as an instructor, come to a jam session. It's just like a training, but we compact everything into 3 hours. So you're actually going to get choreography as well as cueing pointers, DJ tips, which would be copying another choreography to another song. So you get your monies out of it, which a lot of people are very hesitant about because they're like, well, I can just go choreograph for free. But you don't have to put into the mind about progressions, choreography, the cues. Our cues are built into our songs. Our progressions, we teach you progression 1, 2, 3 for each part of it, no matter if it's happened 1 time or 2 times. So it's a great learning tool that a lot of Zen members already have taken advantage of. So I would suggest you do too.
Yeah, it definitely reinforces your B1 skills, reinforces pro skills. And taking those trainings, especially pro skills, it really drives it into your head and you become so much better as an instructor. A lot of instructors are kind of territorial about their choreography. It's like, oh, that's my song, I don't want anybody else doing it. Why would you tell those people that they should come to a jam session? Or somebody who typically choreographs their own music, why should they come to one?
It's always fun to incorporate other styles. So just because my style is a certain way, your classes are going to get used to my way. Your classes are going to get used to your style. So once you add in another instructor's style, your classes will just blossom. They're going to be like, where did you get that from? They're going to enjoy it just because, let's all face it, we all get tired of the same stuff. Like if you're doing a class every day, you're doing the same playlist, you're going to get tired of it.
Yeah.
So with jam sessions and coming to jam sessions, you're always going to keep it fresh, as well as you're going to incorporate other styles. Like say if you didn't take a B2, well, if we have a Bollywood or belly dancing or any other genre that's not in B1, you're going to learn the steps for that particular song and you're going to be able to incorporate it without having to take that training.
Right.
So it's going to increase your rhythms in your class instead of just being merengue, salsa, reggaeton, cumbia.
Right.
So you're going to add belly dancing, flamenco, bachata, like all, it increases your variety of music and it's amazing what your students are going to pick up. Like it's just, one thing I love in doing is showing music and then watching my students blossom through that choreography. Like it's the best for me.
Yeah.
And you're like, well guys, this is a new rhythm. And then all of a sudden they just take off with it and you're just like, why didn't I do this before?
Yeah.
So it's amazing to see your students blossom in certain rhythms you're not used to doing. It makes you want to increase that rhythm in your class.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one thing I love about jam session. Like even though I'm in jam, I'm like, hey Howard, hey Diego, hey Brandy, like where's your next jam session? I want to go. So it's so much fun. Like I personally would never stop learning. So I'm always going to be attending trainings and taking jam sessions just because that's how I increase my education.
Right.
Because once you stop growing, then you're pretty much going to fall out.
Classes are going to fall apart.
Yes.
Careers.
Yes.
So you've seen a lot of instructors because you're always traveling around stuff. What's something you've seen a lot of instructors do that you wish you could just change? And you just go, ooh, if I could just fix that for you, it would be so much better.
Ego.
Ah.
One thing I've always kept in my mind is one of the best zesses that I've ever had a chance of talking to and communicating with was Tanya.
Oh yeah.
And first thing she said in her session, your ego is at it. Because so much instructors start be like, well, I can do that move better. Well, I can do that better. So it's more of a competition than what you're learning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to teach someone when they're competing with someone else.
Yeah.
So I wish people would just stop. Once you enter a room of other instructors, you're all equal. No matter if you've been instructor for 5 years, a month, those that you're Zen family, you need to stick with them because they're in the end are going to be the ones to help you succeed in your Zen career.
Yeah. Another thing is too is that you never know who you're the inspiration to.
Yes.
People don't come up and say, "Oh my God, I love you so much." They quietly might admire you. They don't tell you that. And whenever they see you do, they think that's the way it should be done, and they start to emulate that. And then you notice that they're a negative person. They want to come up from you. So it's be the inspiration to everybody.
Yes.
Always.
Because you never know who's watching. For all I know, someone a Zen member kept in my session today because he made a mean face. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But it's just, you're not going to please everyone. That's what I'm not trying to get at.
Right.
It's just when you are not competing with everyone else, you as an instructor is going to take off.
Yeah.
You're going to be growing faster than any other instructor just because you don't have that ego keeping you back. I can do it better. I can do it better. I can do it better. It's just, I'm here to learn, and that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
Because no matter, Cass explained it perfectly. Once you stop learning, once I stop learning, there goes my job.
Yeah.
It's true. For Zesses in Jam and Zen members, especially. Once you stop learning, what happens if the instructor right over from you is going to jam sessions, increasing their choreography, increasing everything else that you're not. Your students are going to go to them because it's fresher stuff. It's newer. So that's the challenge. It is a challenge, but you have to make sure to keep it level. You never want to be, I don't want to come to this jam session because someone's just going to be there and I don't like to. It should never, those words should never come out. It should always be I'm going to go to increase my education as a Zumba instructor.
Right.
And that's one thing I want everyone to learn just because there's so much drama, unnecessary drama in Zumba. And it's all because of egos. That's all it is. If they were gone, all of us would be perfectly fine. We'd be growing all together. It's just amazing what one tiny aspect of someone's personal life can change the way they're going to affect their lives.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because it's, like I said, ego, even if you don't think you're, still people get used to it. They're well, I'm not, I don't have an ego. You may not seem like it, but other people do.
Yeah.
So it kind of just, something you have to check with yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's one thing there was a time when I was a Zumba instructor before I went to gym where I was just I'm better than everyone, I can do this. But I had to make a call and quit.
Yeah.
I realized my classes were dying. I was what the hell is going on? I should be having good numbers. And then it hit me well, you're trying to beat everyone else when it's not about that.
Right.
It's about showing Zumba, changing people's lives.
Right.
Communicating with your students just to show them that Zumba isn't just look at me. It's actual fitness workout. That's personalized for them.
Right.
Because your workout should never be Zumba, especially when you're teaching.
Oh, no.
It should be for your students.
Yeah, that's what I learned from Julie Kelly when I did my V1. She's like, this is not your workout. Exactly. She said, I have a trainer who works me out 3 days a week. This ain't my workout. So keep it in check. So, one last question. If you could be part of a masterclass with anybody from the Zumba world, who would it be?
Do you have to be the Zumba world president?
No.
Tanya.
Well, okay. But I think everybody wishes they'd be part of
Yes.
Tanya if she was still here. But who currently today, that's still, like when you get a new Zen volume and you're like, oh my god, it's so-and-so, I'm so excited. Or who from convention or something you've experienced that you're just always drawn
Herman.
to. Oh yeah.
Herman Mello.
Yeah.
He is someone who I train with a lot, so at convention I'm always with him.
Yep.
So he teaches me a lot of my cues.
Yeah.
So like when I'm with him, like I'm literally I get on stage rarely with him, so I'm always behind the stage just watching.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it's increasing me learning different cues for everything, and I learn so much better when I'm behind stage
Right.
watching instead of actually participating.
Right.
So that's one person I would love to do masterclass with.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Herman, if you ever see this, Eric is always at convention. Drag him up on stage with you. Make his Z dreams come true. So that's it, guys. If you want to host Eric at a jam session, I'll have his contact information afterwards. Give him a call, email him. He can come to you. He will travel anywhere, anytime, any day, any place. That's it. Check him out. Come to jam session. Remember, always join the jam. See you guys later. Bye.